Good morning, students. A warm welcome to today's class. So happy to see you all again. So I hope you have received the video of the lesson, the previous class lesson, the 3 questions, video as well as notes you have received, isn't it? So today let us deal with the poetry. The poem name is Upagupta. It is written by Rabindranath Tagore. It is written by Rabindranath Tagore. The poem name is Upagupta. This is the first poem you are having in 9th standard, having for 9th standard. Okay, fine. So before moving to the poem, let us see who is Rabindranath Tagore. The page number 30, you can see, know about the author. Rabindranath Tagore, he was the greatest India's modern poets. He was the great poet, novelist, as well as who wrote our national anthem. Do you know which is our national anthem? First of all, Jana Gana Mana. Is it? He was the poet who wrote our national anthem Jana Gana Mana, and also he was the first person to receive Nobel Prize in the year 1913 for his book Geetanjali. So in this poem Upagupta, it is all about a Buddhist monk. Upagupta, Buddhist monk, in the sense he was a saint, or he was a saint of Buddhism. So which is our country? India is our country, correct? So we feel very proud when we hear our mother's name, isn't it? We feel very proud. Similarly, when we hear our country's name, India, we feel very, very happy. India is a birthplace for a lot of religions like Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Buddhism, Jainism. So all these type of religions are there in India, isn't it? So one of the famous or greatest religion is Buddhism. Who's the founder of Buddhism? Bauddha Dharmada Sthapakaru, Samsthapakaru yaru? Gautama Buddha. So have you all heard about Gautama Buddha? In your previous year you might have studied about Gautama Buddha, isn't it? So Gautama Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. He was very kind-hearted person, very sympathetic and very good-hearted. Is it? He was very good at his heart, and he left all his property, he left all his wealth, family, palace, everything, and he stopped thinking about his future. Okay, so ಆಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತಸ್ತು ಅರಮನೆ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಪಂಚಿಕ ಸುಖಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವ, he left everything and he started living outside the palace and started living a very, very simple life. Who was that? Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha says desire is the root cause for sorrows. What he was saying, desire in the sense ಕನಸುಗಳು, ಆಸೆಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಆಸೆಯೇ ದುಃಖಕ್ಕೆ ಮೂಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಗೌತಮ ಬುದ್ಧ. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಆಸೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್? ಸೊ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ದುಃಖ ಅನ್ನೋದು, ಸ್ಯಾರೋ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಟ್ಟಿಟ್ಟ ಬುತ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗೌತಮ ಬುದ್ಧ ಅವರು ನಂಬಿದ್ರು. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ಡಿಡ್, ಹಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ in his life. He was not having any desire in his life. So he was leading a very, very simple life. Who was that? Gautama Buddha. So he had many followers in his life. Disciple followers, in the sense disciple. In the poem you are going to discuss about that. Disciple means followers. ಅನುಯಾಯಿಗಳು, ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅನುಯಾಯಿಗಳು, and the person who is following you will become your follower. Understanding, children? So similarly, Upagupta was the greatest follower of Gautama Buddha. Upagupta was one of the follower of Gautama Buddha, and also he was the reflection of Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha was the religious leader, isn't it? So Upagupta was following Gautama Buddha. Understood so far? Are you all getting connected what I'm saying? So, hoping you're getting connected. So, Upagupta was the follower of Gautama Buddha. In this poem, it is all about a story of a Buddhist monk, Upagupta. Monk in the sense, ಸನ್ಯಾಸಿಗಳು ತಪಸ್ವಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಚರ್ಯವನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು. It is the story is all about Upagupta, a disciple, follower, anuyayi of Lord Buddha, and the dancing girl. So, in this entire poem, there are two important characters. The first character is Upagupta, who was the Buddhist monk and he was the follower of Gautama Buddha. And second one is Vasavadatta. Who is Vasavadatta? She was a dancing girl. She was very, very rich. She was very, very beautiful and youth. She was very proud, very happy about her wealth, youth, and all those things. Fine. So, what happened? One day, as I said, Upagupta, he left his family, he left his home, he thought of living a simple life, and he went out of his house and sleeping on the dusty ground of ದಿ ಸಿಟಿ ಮಥುರಾ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಡಸ್ಟಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡಸ್ಟ್, ಧೂಳು, ಆ ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅವನು ಒಂದು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಾಸವದತ್ತ, ಆಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್, ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಗರ್ಲ್, ಶಿ ವಾಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ವೇ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಡ್ ಎಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್? Okay, so what is the moral of this story? I mean to say, what is the moral of this poem? All these things Rabindranath Tagore has described or explained very, very beautifully in this poem. Okay, so have you all understood so far? This is all about the background of the poem. So open page number 24. I'm going to read the first stanza for you. Poem name is Upagupta, written by Rabindranath Tagore. Look at the first line. Upagupta, the disciple of Buddha, lay asleep on the dust by the city wall of Mathura. Lamps were all out, doors were all shut, and stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. In the sense, it was the month of August. It was the month of August. So August month, what you can see, it is a rainy season, isn't it? It is a rainy season. So what had happened? Upagupta, the disciple of Buddha, lay, malkolodu, asleep in the sense, state of having a deep sleep. Tumba joragi nidde ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. Where he was sleeping on the dust, ಧೂಳಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ನೆಲದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೈ ದ ಸಿಟಿ ವಾಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಥುರಾ ನಗರದ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾನೆ. ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಔಟ್. ಎಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ನೈಟ್, ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂತ್ ನೈಟ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಡಾರ್ಕ್, ತುಂಬಾ ಮೋಡ ಕವಿದಂತಹ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ lamps were all out. People of Mathura, what they did here, children, what they did, since it was very, very dark outside, so they thought it may rain. So that is the reason they closed, shut in the sense, S-H-U-T. Shut means close. They closed their house doors of their house, and they switched off the lamps, in the sense lights. So and stars were all hidden by the murky sky of August. Murky in the sense dark. Murky in the sense dark. Murky, underline that word. M-U-R-K-Y. Murky sky in the sense dark sky. So here you can observe, notice this sentence. Stars were all hidden. R is for present tense, were is for past tense. If you're talking about plural things and it is happened in past, you have to use were, not are. Understanding? Birds are going, birds were going. Understood? So here what you have to observe, have you all heard about a figures of speech in English? ಅಲಂಕಾರಗಳು, ಶಬ್ದಾಲಂಕಾರಗಳು, ಅರ್ಥಾಲಂಕಾರ. ಸೊ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನ, ಸೌಂದರ್ಯವನ್ನ ತುಂಬೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ, ಟು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್, ಟು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್, poet has used figures of speech. One of the figures of speech he used, which is that personification. Understanding, you might have heard about a simile, metaphor, personification, all those things. I will be explaining in the coming classes on that part. Okay, here, what is personification? Personification means filling light to the non-living thing. In the sense, ಜೀವ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ವಸ್ತುಗಳಿಗೆ ಜೀವವನ್ನ ತುಂಬಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹದಕ್ಕೆ ಪರ್ಸಾನಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಫ್? ನೋ. ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳಿಗೆ ಜೀವ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಪೊಯೆಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹಿಡನ್, ಬಚ್ಚಿಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾವೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಆ ಕತ್ತಲ ರಾತ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೈ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಆಲ್ ಹಿಡನ್, ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್. ಲುಕ್ ಎಟ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಜಾ. Whose feet were those tinkling with anklets, touching his breast of a sudden? He woke up startled, and the light from a woman's lamp struck his forgiving eyes. In the sense, whose feet were those? So when he was sleeping, he noticed, in the sense, when he was very he was having lot of sleep, in the sense he was very tired, might be, so he fell asleep. Whose feet were those tinkling with anklets? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾಲ್ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕಾಲ್ಗೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಸುಮಧುರವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸದ್ದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಟಿಂಕ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಪ್ಲೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ sound. It is there in your glossary. Tinkling means making a pleasant metallic sound. What she did? She touched his breast of a sudden. This part, she touched his breast of a sudden. He woke up. When you are in sleep, someone comes and disturb you, what will you do? You will wake up, you will be having incomplete sleep, and you feel very, very bad or unhappy, isn't it? So similarly, Upagupta woke up, startled in the sense extremely surprised. It is there in your glossary. Startled in the sense extremely surprised. He was very surprised. He was seeing a woman holding a lamp. So what happened afterwards? Let us see. And the light from a woman's lamp struck his forgiving eyes. Forgiving eyes indre, you might have seen Gautama Buddha. So these kind of people, so they don't have any desire in their life. So they are very kind-hearted person. He was very kind-hearted person. He was very sympathetic. So she was noticing forgiveness, in the ಕ್ಷಮಾ ಗುಣವನ್ನ ಅವನ ಒಂದು ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. It was the dancing girl. ಅವಳು dancing girl ಅವಳು starred with the jewel. Starred in the sense shining. Starred in the sense shining like a star. Shining like a star. So dear students, you might have seen in the sky how stars will twinkle or shine, isn't it? Similarly, starred with jewels, the dancing girl was wearing lot of ornaments. She was very, very rich, as I said in the earlier. So beginning of the class, she was having lot of wealth, youth, ಯೌವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ಲು ಅವಳು, ತುಂಬಾ ಚಂದ ಇದ್ಲು. She was very, very beautiful, having lot of money, wealth. She was wearing lot of jewels. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ತರ ಅವಳು ಶೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. wearing a pale blue mantle. pale blue color ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ kind of a gown. mantle in the sense loose cloak ಅಂದ್ರೆ garment, ಬಟ್ಟೆ. Understanding? So she was wearing that kind of dress. Drunk with the wine of her youth. In the sense, she was not actually drunk wine in the sense ದ್ರಾಕ್ಷಾ ರಸ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೀತೇವಲ್ವಾ. ವೈನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ? ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬಂದ ಹಾಗಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅಮಲ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಒಂಥರ ನಶೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So what poet wants to tell here is ಡ್ರಂಕ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ವೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಹರ್ ಯೂತ್, ಅವಳ ಯೌವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಅಂತಸ್ತು, ಆಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತಲ್ವ ಅವಳಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರ ಅಮಲಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅವಳು ಇರ್ತಾಳೆ. ಶಿ ಲೋವರ್ಡ್ ಹರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್, ಲೋವರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಡೌನ್. ಲೋವರ್ಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್, ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ನೋಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್, ಬೆಂಡ್ ಡೌನ್. ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಲ್ಯಾಂಪ್ ನ ಬಗ್ಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೀಗೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ in this beginning of the poem, they had given one picture. He was sleeping and she bent down her lamp and looking into his eyes. So, saw the young face, austerely beautiful. Austerely in the sense, page number 26, they had given in the glossary. It means reflecting the beauty of the ascetic. Ascetic means tapasvi. Ascetic andre tapasvi. One ascetic andre tapasvi. So reflecting the beauty of the ascetic. So before explaining this, I am going to tell you. So the person who is having one side, the person who is having lot of wealth, youth and beauty, who's that? Vasavadatta, isn't it? She was feeling very, very happy. She was feeling very, very proud. So that is actually a outer beauty. Outer beauty, inner beauty. So what is this all about? What is the difference? Outer beauty attracts only the eyes. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತಹ ಮೇಕಪ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಆಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತಸ್ತು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಈ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದೇನು, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಪವರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ. ಸೊ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ, ಇನ್ ದಿ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ವೆರಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಥ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ನರ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿ. ಮನಸ್ಸಿನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಏನಿದೆ, ಸೊ ಬಾಹ್ಯ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಅದು ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ poet want to discuss about that. So she was having outer beauty. So what she said, graciously come to my house. So forgive me, Eng ascetic, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕ್ಷಮಿಸ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಫರ್ಗಿವ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಷಮಿಸೋದು. said the woman graciously in the sense kindly, kindly come inside, kindly go, kindly pass this message, we will say, right? Similarly, gracious in the sense kindly, ದಯಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬನ್ನಿ. Graciously come to my house. The dusty earth is not fit bed for you. ಈ dusty earth ಏನಿದೆ, this is not fit bed for you. So because the young ascetic answered, because the person who is having inner beauty, as I said, will look very, very bright, will look very, very ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೋತೀವೋ ಆಗ ನಾವು ತುಂಬ ಸುಂದರವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಸೆಗಳನ್ನ, ಆಸ್ತಿ ಅಂತಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತೊರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಗೌತಮ ಬುದ್ಧ, ಉಪಗುಪ್ತ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಂದಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು. ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಗರ್ಲ್. ಹಿ ಸೆಡ್, ವುಮನ್, ಗೋ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ವೇ. ನೀನು ನಿನ್ನ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಹೋಮ್. ಸೊ understood so far? Have you all understood so far? Is it are you getting connected with what I'm saying? Okay, so still we have 5 more stanzas. I'm going to continue this poem in the next class. So after watching this video, read this poem 2 to 3 times. You will understand. Okay, so let us continue in the next class. Fine. Thank you all.